Welcome back to the JCPod. I'm your host, Jaden Chandler Parnell, partner with Stare Down Sports, and man, it's already time for the divisional round, baby. It's going to be very, very, very interesting weekend. We got crazy. 4 games left, 2 games left, week off, 1 game left. Wow. It's really hard to believe that we're already to the time of Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, all that news, March Madness, right around the corner. It is wild to think about. Yeah, so without further ado, today's going to be pretty simple. Episode 2 of the JC Play series, it's only going to be about 5 episodes long because playoffs don't last too long. So without further ado, today we're going to go over some, pretty much just talk about NFL news, go over some divisional round breakdowns, go over what we're seeing, what's happening in the league, and then, like I said, divisional breakdowns, bets I like for the day, and bets I like for the day. Sorry, I'm trying to find the, I'm going to look up the, I'm going to try to give out NBA jams as well. I forgot to update the list, I won't lie to you. But, based off of who's moved on and who's not, I have a general idea of who's done what, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad of a day today, but yeah, without any further ado, we're going to head right into the news. Alright, so hopping right into the news, Mike McCarthy to return for a 5th season for the Cowboys. That's awesome, honestly. Good for the Cowboys, truthfully. We'll see how they do, because, if you think about it, most years for the Cowboys, they are moving on from a coach even after the loss, we can do better, we can get farther. Maybe Jerry Jones is finally realizing, hey, this is hard to win. Maybe we should just keep our guy who didn't do too bad. Because I won't lie, Dak had the best season he's had all year. They just weren't ready game plan-wise, I guess it seems like. I don't know. For whatever reason, they just weren't ready. So they're keeping Mike McCarthy. I don't blame them at all, honestly, especially for keeping the continuity. I don't even know if this takes... The only thing is I don't know if it takes them anywhere. It's good for the continuity and good to know, hey, you can get rewarded for having good seasons. So it's good to know. But yeah, when it comes to continuity, when it comes to them getting... I don't know if they're going to get any farther with this move. It just seems like they're I don't want to say adding, but it seems like they're taking away less and less. They're losing the Amari Coopers, they're losing the Zeke Elliott's, and they're trading for the Rico Daddles and the Tony Pollards. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just they're trading that experience and that built up for younger guys now, and it's starting to become a whole new Cowboys team. So you just wonder how much longer is their window open? So they've had a pretty good team, and their defense just got ran all over last game. So it's going to be very interesting, very, very interesting to see what happens with that. Eagles players show support for Sirianni amid job security speculation. I would assume the Eagles keep him unless they have a shot to get Vrabel or Belichick, someone who's equal or slightly above his level, I would think. Mahomes hopes Allen rivalry can be as memorable as Brady Manning. I honestly, being young enough to be able to grow up watching the Brady Manning rivalry, I think this is I think this is a chance to be close. It just is going to come down to can Bills do something. If Bills can win a game or two here and there, then it will truly be like that. Sorry, I was just reading something I just said. But no, yeah, I think a rivalry has a chance. This is Mahomes' quote. I'm excited for the challenge, he said. I grew up watching those games between Brady and Manning and remembering how many memories we have from that. Hopefully we can play in these great games as well and give memories to the kids that come up behind us. I hope so, because these two have been battling a lot now recently, so it's pretty much it's their league to run right now. Josh Allen should... he should be the number 2 best quarterback in the league. Why can't he be, honestly? He just has to get himself up there. Right now, Mahomes has definitely taken more of the Brady role, just winning all these games, as much as it hurts me to say. If you want to make this a Manning-Brady rivalry, you got to... Josh Allen has to win a game or two. That's going to have to be what it comes down to. Apparently, the Packers... one of the Packers' defensive linemen came out to win 49ers. Purdy's pressured turnover is guarantee. I actually don't know. I don't know how true that stat is, but I'm curious to see how much pressure they will be able to put on Packers. It's going to come down to that. If they can't pressure Brock Purdy at all, he's going to be able to cut them like a surgeon. Jalen Johnson wants to be an NFL highest paid corner. I don't blame him. He's been one of the brighter young stars in the league. Will the Bears play him? They're probably going to franchise tag him, if anything, or probably trade him away. I don't know how good he is compared to other corners. This is stupid, simply because I haven't watched Bears games, but a lot of Bears games, but for what I've seen and compared him to other hits, he's not horrible at all. Honestly, he definitely should deserve. He deserves some money. Highest paid corner, we'll have to see, but he definitely deserves a big bag. 49ers, Williams, 100% returning next season. That's awesome, Trent Williams. I was gonna add something else to it, but I can't think of any. He's one of the best tackles in the game. So the 49ers getting him back, that's a huge add. I was gonna add something else to it, but I really can't think of much of anything. This was interesting. Jim Irsay was found unresponsive in the December emergency call. I've been waiting to hear more about this, but like nothing has really come out. A lot of people are citing his addiction history with the painkillers and the booze and all that. I don't think it's that, honestly. I think it's like, I can't believe he's only 64, by the way. I thought he definitely looks a little bit older. I think it's because of the years of the drinking and all that finally took its... Oh. Is he 64? They said 2014 something happened. Let me see this real quick. Jim Irsay is older, but you can definitely tell like the booze and all that stuff. I mean, it takes effects on you if you do all that. So obviously it's me not condoning any of that at all. He is 64. Wow. That's insane. Yeah, I thought he was definitely a little bit older. But no, apparently he's been found unresponsive. There hasn't been a real cause yet. He is an older guy in general, but you know how it goes. I'm sure a lot of you have family members who have dealt with similar problems like this. Eventually it catches up to you. So hopefully that's not the case and it's just catching up to him now. But that's something very scary to figure out. I'm not going to speculate if it's something else, if it's him relapsing. I'm not going to speculate on any of that stuff. I'm just going to hope that he becomes okay, obviously. And it's just, I can't wait to hear what it is. And hopefully it's like good news. Like, hey, he just, he's older and he just had a scare. That's what I hope it is, but we'll have to see because obviously I have no clue. Rivera wants to keep coaching even as a coordinator. I don't know who's going to hire him, honestly. Just basically on the last few years, how it's gone. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets hired because the NFL, usually they seem to keep hiring. Like, Matt Patricia's still a defensive coordinator. If that doesn't tell you, then I don't know. Apparently, there's apparently some back and forth going between CJ and the Bucs. So we'll see how it goes. Apparently, CJ came out and said, if you give the Tampa Bay group a good quarterback, that's a great group. That's a great group. I played against them for real, the Lions defender said, talking about that. Mayfield, assuming I thought was talking about him, he's like, I don't think he's really watched the film because he mentioned Russell Gage. We love Russell, but Russell hasn't played a snap all year for us. He must be going off the preseason stuff. That's hilarious. If you don't remember, these teams, by the way, he did mention Russell Gage. He said Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Russell Gage, and yeah, I'll admit, Russell Gage hasn't played in a while, so I like it. Which is hilarious, too, because he talks about Mike Evans. Mike Evans had 2 massive drops the last game that were touchdown drops. He dropped 2 touchdowns, pretty much. He was about to run away on run for about 50, 60 yards. Another one, if he could break 1 tackle, he's gone, and he dropped both of those. So that's hilarious. I won't lie. The corner's coming back and saying this shit to Baker. We're going to be taking we're going to be taking Bucks +6. I believe that Baker's one of those people that, especially, he gets fueled and stuff. I mean, you saw him in college with, like, Kansas, the holding across, like, all that stuff. I mean, he feeds off that stuff, so I'm excited to see how that goes. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The Saints kept Dennis Allen. They moved Dennis Allen up. I'll bring this up with Rowan when he comes on Friday. I'm gonna send him a picture real quick. The Saints are coming out and saying, preach patience. After they retained Dennis Allen. I don't know how much more you can have patience, man. You're just wasting. They've had a really talented defense for the last few years now, and ever since Drew Brees' last few years, they've done nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think it's hilarious that they're preaching patience because it's like, hey, that shouldn't be the way. You guys had the easiest schedule in the NFL, one of the better defenses in the NFL. You should have won your division this year. Now next year they're coming out and teaching patience. It literally feels like they're moving backwards to say something like that. I mean, I'm sorry, I had to text my buddy Rowan about it because he is a Saints fan, and I want to see if he answers back this morning and give us some input on it. For me, them saying the Saints, Loomis preaches patience after retaining Allen, that feels like a step backwards. And he says the easiest thing to do is look at the results and say, oh no, we have to make a change. You've got to look beyond that. Yes. You got to get rid of Dennis Allen, get rid of Derek Carr. I think they need personally for me, I think they need a whole offensive change when it comes to, it's nothing against Derek Carr at all. Nothing against Derek Carr either. Maybe he'd be even better without Dennis Allen. I just think that combination of Derek Carr and Dennis Allen just isn't going to work. I just think it's a little bit of a weird combination. I know they have history before, but that's still how I feel. The Titans have interviewed Callahan for the second time. Browns dismissed O.C. Van Pelt amid staff overhaul. So I want to see if they have So they got rid of 3 assists, apparently. Running back coach Stump Mitchell and tight ends coach T.C. McCartney have also been dismissed. They've been all with Stefanski since 2020, so it sounds like there's going to be a lot of change coming in Cleveland, especially after the last thing. Falcons interviewed Jim Harbaugh as well now. Snyder came out and said next Seahawks coach must keep positive culture. I hope so. I mean, that's a great thing that Pete Carroll brought in, but it's going to be hard to replace that guy. Higbee had a torn ACL versus the Lions, if you remember seeing that. There's a lot of fans, by the way, at the Dolphins game and the Chiefs game that got treated for hypothermia and frostbite. Even some players for not wearing like sleeves and covering. I tell you what, I won't lie, all those guys were really tough out there. They had no sleeves on. No, honestly, I do respect it though if you do want to go no sleeveless. But hey, when it's like -20, y'all can put some sleeves on. We ain't gonna judge, man. We understand. It's cold. I was cold just watching the game. Like, you can put some sleeves on. I'll allow it. I'm not going to say anything. Tomlin plans on coaching the Steelers in 2024. Awesome news to hear he's coming back because the Steelers, like I said, I just talked about Tuesday. They've been really, really good. I just don't see them moving on from him. The Saints got rid of OC Carmichael. Michael, what's his name? Is it not Pete Carmichael? I was about to say, it's not Michael Carmichael. That'd be a great name, though. Yeah, I think I'm basically all caught up to that because Jason Kelsey retired. We talked about that. Now it's basically, yeah. The OC, Saints firing OC Carmichael after 15 seasons in role. They promoted Dennis Allen to that role. So he's head coach and OC now. Going to be interesting. It'll be interesting for sure. Now moving on to football. We're on football. Divisional round football. That's what we're talking about. Man, boy, I'm excited. Woo! I already got Chiefs +3 down. I don't know if it's still there anymore. I won't lie to you. That's something I took though right away. Took Chiefs +3. It's a similar situation to last year. Last year I was all over Joe Burrow. I think the year before I was potentially. Oh, here we go. My buddy Rowan answered me, so we'll talk. Let's see. He said, bro, the player hate him, the fans hate him, the DoorDash driver is sick of having to bring him food, his wife hate him, his kids hate him. I don't get it. I truly don't get it either. I truly do not understand it at all. Honestly, like I said, it felt like with how many good coaches are out there this year, this felt like the year of any year. It's like, let's move on from our guy. Screw it. Vrabel's out there. Pete Carroll's out there. Bill Belichick's out there. This would be the year to do anything, and it's funny. The Bears fans are feeling kind of the same way that they aren't doing anything. The Bears doubled down. The Saints, they doubled down. I do like the loyalty aspect of it, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not calling for anybody's job at all. That's not what I'm trying to do. I love the loyalty aspect of it, but, man. I mean, you just heard how my buddy Rowan acted. He's been a Saints fan his whole life. Breaking his heart doing this stuff, man. It's going to be interesting, though. We'll have to see. Dennis Allen is pretty much coaching for his job the next few seasons, because slowly but surely, I mean, it sounds like a lot of Saints fans are already out on him from the little bit I've talked to Rowan. But it's only going to get worse. I mean, it's truly only going to get worse if they don't do any better. Because New Orleans, that's a loyal fan base. They will get behind you no matter what. Sorry, I forgot that I had 2 college basketball bets last night. So when I was looking at scores and everything, when I was looking at FanDuel and everything, it's like, wait, what? Money? No, I just forgot that I had some stuff still going on. So sorry, I had to check for that. All right. Here we go. Rowan just sent me something else. So we'll finish this real quick. His coaching record, by the way, 24-46, a 3.43 coaching career record. 24-46, and they had the easiest schedule in the NFL last year. Man, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not going to judge. I just wanted to share that point. That's for my boy Rowan, aka the Redbeard, as you guys know him. He will hopefully be back on with us Friday to talk some college basketball. But yeah, we'll have to get his thoughts on the Saints as well. But yeah, moving on. Like I said, we will head over to the NFL. We can go first game. Ravens, 9.5-point favorites over the Texans. I want to grab this number before it gets to. I'm probably for a base. I'm probably gonna have a base bet in most of these games. So I'll bet it right now. I will take Ravens -9.5. Ooh, there's a 50% boost. I'm gonna use that 50% boost on the Lions, I think, or sorry, the Bucks, or the Chiefs. Ooh, we're gonna have to come back and figure that out. Man, I might use it Saturday, though. You know what? We'll use it on the Chiefs. We're gonna use this boost on the Chiefs real quick. Sorry. All right. Moving on now. Texans -9.5 for the Ravens. I'm gonna throw a little bit on it. I think if the Ravens are gonna win, they're gonna win. It's similar situation to the Cowboys. The Ravens are gonna win. They're gonna win big. I obviously can see a close game, but as much as I love the Texans and everything, it's gonna come down to can their defense get enough stops. I am not sure if their defense will be able to. And the best part is the Ravens are getting Mark Andrews back. That's going to be the big question. Lamar Jackson was spreading out the ball to everybody during Andrews' when he was gone, basically with the injury. So that was a nice part of Andrews being gone, even though you don't want to lose a guy like that, as everyone else seemingly got involved. So with Mark Andrews coming back, that's going to change up. That's going to change up a little bit. I'm going to be right back. I don't know if you heard that. Sorry about that. There's a broken toilet seat in the house, and The one cat that likes to play into everything found it. So that's going to be, if you hear a lot of crashing, that's the cat drinking toilet water. Yes, I have a cat that drinks toilet water. Isn't that something? Moving on, though, like I said, Ravens minus 9.5. This is going to be my first bet of the day. I do like the Ravens to win this game. I think they could possibly win by 10. I don't think these two teams have played before. I'll double check that real quick. At least like this season, I don't think they have. There's a chance. We'll see. They did play Baltimore 25-9. I feel like it's way earlier in the season, though. That's why I can't remember. We'll see. Where's this at? Sorry for filling up so much dead air. I'm trying to find this game. Okay, actually, they played a lot later in the season than I thought. Wait, am I stupid? It says they played in 2023. September 10th, 2020. Oh, so they played opening weekend? Oh, I'd say that's why I went past that. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, they played first game of the weekend, 25-9. Baltimore won. Yeah, I think I don't want to say this is going to be a similar game to that because CJ Stroud has been completely different, but the biggest thing's going to be weather. It's going to be outside. Nothing against CJ Stroud. I'm not saying like he can't play in weather or anything, but they just got from playing from a dome. And now they're going to be traveling to Baltimore. I like the Ravens with home field advantage, obviously, as well. I just like what I've seen from the Ravens this year as well. Lamar Jackson feels like it's one of his better chances to win and get far. I mean, the Texans are going to be very, very talented as well, so I'm going to be interested to see what happens there. When it comes to this game, two guys I do like to score. I swear. It's like the animals know I'm recording now. All of a sudden, everyone's acting bad. Everyone's acting out. Sheesh! 25-9, though. That's very interesting for this game. I just feel like it's going to come down to the run game. If the Texans can stop the run game, forcing Lamar pass, it hasn't been the answer this year, but it's still at least been somewhat effective. Yeah, I just... Two touchdown scores I like in this game. I'm not going to take Mark Andrews on his first game back. Gus Edwards, being plus 125. I do like that one, so I'm going to add a third one, I guess. There's three guys I like in this game. Gus Edwards, Zay Flowers, and then we might find a, whatever you want to call it, Texans I need to find. I don't know who I like for the Texans for sure. There's like between three guys. I kind of like Nico Collins. I kind of want to take Dalton Schultz at plus 300. I really do. I think that Dalton Schultz scores this game again. He scored last game on a deep play. I think he scores potentially again this game. It just sucks. They dropped 45 last game, so they gave me a lot of... I usually like being able to watch, like, they at least have had, technically, the Texans have had 2 playoff games that they're winning in against the Colts. I like being able to watch and see who's being the effect, like, who's the one who's getting the most targets, like Njoku, for example, for the Browns. Like, when he was getting a lot of targets, I was like, oh, let me focus on him, on all that stuff. When it comes to the Texans, I mean, Nico Collins is going off, but past that, it's, like, getting spread out really, really well. Like, Dalton Schultz's only catch was on that touchdown, so it's like, man, do I want to take that? Brevin Jordan had 1 catch for 1 touchdown as well. Singletary, 1 touchdown. It's like, man. So I think we might go Nico Collins. He scored both games. He's close to an NBA jam if he's not already on one. We'll go Nico Collins. I don't mind Dalton Schultz at all. So I'm going to... Jesus, that was horrible writing. Sorry, I had toddler handwriting right there. So yeah, I'm going to take Nico Collins TD, and I'm probably going to take Dalton Schultz. I'm probably going to take 2 guys from each team for the rest of the year at this point. Schultz, TD, okay. When it comes to yards-wise, I don't think I'm going to touch too many yards. Especially some of these later games. It's going to be colder in this game. I don't know what the... We'll check the Baltimore weather, too. I haven't checked the weather. Sorry, dealing with those animals. I was on a nice roll. Dealing with those animals got me a little bit flustered trying to get back into it. So it looks like it's going to be 34 and sunny. It's going to be 34, a little 13-mile-per-hour winds. By the time... Ooh, is this a night game? I can't remember. I think... Oh, this is the first game. So about 3 o'clock-ish when this tips off, or 3-4, it's going to be about 33, 34. Weather shouldn't be too bad at all. A little chilly, obviously, but nothing too shabby at all. But yeah, when it comes to this game, I just think I like Ravens plus 9. I like those 4 guys to score. I don't think I'm going to take any props. If I do in this game, feel free to check out Captain by Hook with the Red Beard tomorrow. I'll give them out there. Off the top of my head, I just can't think of Like, just looking at these numbers, like Gus Edwards over 47.5. I mean, it's tempting, but I just don't. I don't think he's gotten over that in a minute. So I'll double check to make sure. But by the way, this is gonna go similar to last week. I was kind of just like a chill session where I'm just bouncing ideas off you guys because I have a lot of decent ideas I want to take. But yeah, let's see. Against Miami, 16 for 68, 10 for 48 against Pittsburgh. So he basically, because the games he's gotten 10 carries, he gets it. When he doesn't get, you know what? I'll take his over rushing over. He just pretty much has to get 10 carries because yeah. 10 for 48, 10 for 68, 9 for 31, 16 for 58, 6 for 15, 8 for 26. It's all about the opportunity. If he gets enough opportunity, there is a chance. He's fumbled twice last week. That's actually really concerning. He's also scored a touchdown for 3 weeks in a row up until the Pittsburgh game, which I don't think he really played in too much. They kind of forced him in last minute because Melvin Gordon was fumbling a lot. So we'll go, I actually do not mind Gus Edwards over 47.5. Minus 114, I do not mind that at all. That's probably going to be something I'm on. Probably going to be it, though. I lean Devin Singletary's under. I think this is going to be more of the, I might take his under again. The under I gave out ended up, I think, not hitting by like 2 yards last week. But if I took it in prize picks and it was 68 and that ended up hitting, so 50, we'll see. 59 is a little bit sweaty, but at the same time, I don't know. Their rushing game has not been too good this year, so I think that I don't think it's going to be too effective. But yeah, when it comes to this game as well, Isaiah Likely, 50-plus receiving yards seems to be their only NBA jam. Potentially, but I don't think he's got that in a week or two, so it might not be it anymore. Oh, yeah, he hasn't. Oh, that's... He made Justice Hill. What the hell? My fault. Yeah, he hasn't got that in a few weeks, so we don't got to worry about that anymore. So no NBA jams for this team. I'm probably just going to stick with, like I said, Ravens minus 9.5, Gus Edwards, Zay Flowers, Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz, anytime TDs. Singletary's rushing under, and Gus Edwards rushing over. That's what I like for that game. We're going to move on now to the 49ers-Packers. When it comes to this game, I want to take Packers plus 9. If it gets over 10, I'm for sure on Packers. My genuine lane is Packers. I think 49ers win with no question. I don't know. I feel like this game's going to be slightly closer than it should be. This would be a great teaser team. I'm going to probably love putting I'm probably going to do I hate to say it, but a Chiefs, Bucks, Packers teaser. That's kind of where I'm leaning at. But yeah, Packers-wise, this is probably going to be the game. This is going to be a lot more of a live betting game for me. Aaron Jones is on 100 rushing yards in 3 games in a row. I don't know if he's going to do it for 4 games in a row now. I don't know if he's going to do it for a 5th because 49ers defense is pretty stout and they would have to keep it close. When it comes to touchdowns, though, CMC is probably going to be too juiced, sadly. So as much as I would love to take him, and I think it's like minus 300 or something, so it's not even worth it. Like at minus 340, that's not even worth touching at all. I'm going to take Aaron Jones. I do like Aaron Jones to score. We're going to take Aaron Jones and Romeo Doubs. Those are going to be my 2 guys. Romeo, like I said it last week, I'll say it again. Romeo Doubs seems to always score in the big games. So I'm going to take him to do it again. He scored last week. It took to the very end. I look for Jaden Reed to get involved in this game as well. They basically did not use him at all last week, so I look for him to... 41.5 will take his over. I look for him to potentially get involved at least a little bit. I wouldn't even mind him scoring if you want to take it that far. Well, I don't know if he's going to score for me. I don't know if I'm going to take him to score. Sorry, excuse me. But I definitely don't mind him to score. It's just the biggest thing. He got no touches last week, so my instant thinking is like, well, he's at least going to have to get like 1 or 2 touches this week to make up for it, and I think he can potentially get at least over 41.5 with the speed on those touches. I just don't know if they're going to turn into touchdowns. Dontavian Wicks, he's been a guy that's been scoring a good amount lately. I feel like I've seen his name a lot, so I'm going to... Sorry, I'm trying to look up player stats, not team stats. Dontavian Wicks has been... I think he's on an NBA Jam. Yeah, he's on an NBA Jam, so I'm going to take him to score. He's scored the last 3 weeks in a row. I don't mind this at all. He has... Where's the receiving at? Sorry. 39 receptions on the year. It's 3rd on the team. And, yeah, last few weeks, 2 for 25 touchdown, 6 for 61 touchdown, 2 for 29 in touchdown. So he's been finding a lot of his targets at the end zone, which is pretty nice because I think you can get him for decent odds to score a touchdown. His odds are plus 300. That's not too bad at all. I like that. By the way, I'm not going to probably take any 49ers to score. I just feel like it's going to be too spread out, so it's going to be it's going to have to be a live situation. I would recommend watching live if you want a touchdown score for that game, because it's going to be one of those things. Like, is Brandon Ayuk getting all the targets? Is Deebo Samuel getting all the targets? And then watch them get all the targets, and Kittle gets the touchdown. I think Christian McCaffrey for sure scores a touchdown. So if you want to throw him into like a parlay, I don't recommend it, but maybe. When it comes to anybody else like that, yeah, I'm probably good. I am going to take Christian McCaffrey's rushing over. I need to see what it is, though. Rushing over 89.5. I am going to take that. He's on an NBA Jam of 90+ in a row. It was 4 weeks in a row up until the point. Those damn cats, bro. It was up to 9.5 until the week he sat out. So technically he didn't play. So it's still, in games he's played, it's still going on. So I like CMC's rush over 89.5. Honestly, I don't mind anywhere under 100, truly. I think that he's going to be able to potentially get a lot of... I think they're going to be able to run all over these boys. Because the Green Bay Packers, they played really, really tough last week. I feel like the 49ers might be able to get them back a little bit this week. That's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be interested in seeing. That might be it for this game, too, though. Like I said, I don't want to take any... I hate to say it's not a big prop... Not a big prop week, because a lot of them... They're a lot more dialed in on these props now because there's only 4 games going. Like, I bet you, I hate to say it, but honestly, like, this was, because it's 49ers, obviously, they're going to be a lot more locked in on this. I might take Brock Purdy's rush over before I can make this point. Give me a second. Give me a second, and then I will talk. Man. I don't think I can. I can't do it. He's gotten 0, 2, 4 last. So, I mean, technically, he should be having 6 next, but... It's just weird. You know what? We'll take it. It's towards the end of the year. This is going to go against my point I'm about to make, but 6.5 and McCaffrey's 89.5. But no, the biggest thing I was going to say is, like, the books are a lot more tuned in on these props. Like, there was times earlier in the season I could, like, for example, like I said, Aaron Jones just rushed for 100 yards in the season. They weren't paying attention to the Packers too much because, you know, they weren't too good in the middle of the season. So you were like, Aaron Jones could rush for 100 yards 3 weeks in a row, and there was a chance that you could come back and they would have his rushing total at like 60 or 70 because they just weren't paying attention to the books at all. And then now versus like his rushing props this week is like 68.5. This is against a better team though. So like I said, for example, we can do another example like for the Ravens. Like the Ravens, they would have Isaiah Likely maybe catches at a certain low point, but now that it's the end of the season, it's only 4 games to focus on. A lot of these numbers are a lot tighter, so it makes me a little bit more nervous to take stuff. But yeah, I like Brock Purdy's rush over. I do like that 6.5. There is potential there. He could get that all in one run. Why not? We'll take some QB rush overs. Moving on, Bucks, Lions. Give me the Bucks plus 6.5. Simply for I talked about a little bit earlier. I think they're going to come in a little bit fiery. It was 20-6 the last time these two teams played. Lions just smothered the Bucks. So I've been sitting here thinking about, do I actually want to take this team? And then the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should. And then we talked about it just slightly a little bit before where Homeboy came out and was talking that noise. TJ Gardner-Johnson was talking that noise about Baker and them having a good quarterback. So I'm very interested to see how Baker will go in this game. I'm curious to see just basically how good he's going to play. I am very excited for Baker, truthfully. I'm excited to see how we do. Touchdown-wise, we're going to pick 4 guys again. I like Cade Otton plus 370. He was a big target last week. So I like Cade Otton, TD. We're going to go Mike Evans, since he didn't score last week. I'm probably going to take Laporta. I won't lie to you. I'm probably going to base a lot of my scores on what they did earlier in the season and try to like take at least one guy from then, and then we're going to take one guy that didn't score. So last time these two teams played, it was Amon-Ra and Jamison Williams over the touchdown scores. I want to maybe do Laporta, but he scored last week, so I don't know. Amon-Ra did not score last week, so I will take Amon-Ra. So I like Amon-Ra to score a touchdown, and then Gibbs and Montgomery are always a go-to, so if you want any of those 2 running backs, I would not mind taking them at all, because I feel like it's going to be one of those 2, for being honest. We're going to take David Montgomery to punch it in. We're going to take the Bruisin back for them to get close and maybe punch it in. So we'll take a Monty TD as well. This is going to be some fireworks, hopefully, offensively in this game. Baker threw for 337 last week, so I'm very curious to see how he'll do. It's gonna be interesting too defensively. Todd Bowles is gonna come out in a completely different thing than what he did last week for the Eagles, so it's gonna be interesting to see how the Lions react to that. And I'm sure it's gonna be something similar to what they did in Week 6, but probably not too similar because they did decent on the Lions' offense, held them to only 20 points, but their offense did nothing. So we'll have to see. When it comes to passing yards, you got 253 for Baker, 272 for Goff. 1.5 touchdowns for each of these guys. Baker's 1.5 touchdowns minus 102. Tempting. But like I said, they only scored 6 points last time these two teams played earlier in the season, so I'm going to just hold off. Sam Laporta, his receiving yards are 35.5. That seems really beyond low, but he's still coming off the injury, so I'm kind of makes me kind of meh. We'll see what he did last game. If he got it close to it last game, I might take it this game, but I just don't like. He had 3 for 14 last. No. Amon-Ra had 140, 90, 144, 110 his last 2 games. 91.5. I'll take it. Why not? I think that he can get this. It's what is it? Sorry, excuse me. 91.5. He's a huge target for them, so I'm going to take Amon-Ra. I'm going to take his over receiving yards. Trey Palmer's only 17.5. K. Otton's 28.5. I do like K. Otton's. I'm probably going to take K. Otton's receiving over. Let me just go to the player stats real quick. Oh, my Lord. I lost it. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I actually misclicked. K. Otton had 89-30 the last 2 games, so he's on potential for almost an NBA jam, and his 2 longs the last 2 weeks have been 20 and 24. So he literally can get it. He can get it in basically 2 catches with the way it's been going the last few weeks. So I'm going to take Otton over, I think what is the number again? Otton over 28.5 receiving yards. I generally like that. This is a team to let some dark horse guys score. So like Trey Palmer at 17.5 yards is not too bad at all. I don't mind that. I'm going to double check real quick his, let me double check his stats from the last few games. But there's a good chance I might take that because that's, yeah, here we go. Last few weeks, 4 for 42, 4 for 84, 2 for 10, 1 for 156. Yeah, I'm just going to take that because simply I think it's way too low, even for a number 3 receiver. I mean, he broke away for a 57-yarder last week, so he has the talent. That's the nice part. He has the talent to do it. So now that the number's so low, it's like, all right, let's see you do it, boy. Let's see it, boy. No, I'm very excited for this, though. Very, 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 very excited for this game. This is going to be potentially a high-scoring affair, potentially. This could be a game I could see getting similar to the Rams. How I said that could be a 30-30. This game could be 28-31 type of shootout, or this could be a 20-6 barn burning, low mud brawl. I don't know. I do not know. That's a nice. I'll admit, I have no clue about this game. This is one game where there's so many wild cards. I mean, Mike Evans could have made it amazing last week, but he had a few drops. Like, there's a lot that I'm very curious to see what will happen in this game. Rushing props. Baker at 7.5 is tempting because I think he even got his over last week being injured. 2 rushes for 16 yards. Yeah, he's hit it the last 2 weeks, so we're going to take his rushing over because I think he will have to be a little bit elusive as well. Baker over 7.5. All right, nice. That's what I like for that game. I think I'll leave it. I think I'm good for that game. I don't think there's anything else I really want to take. Over-under-wise, I mean, if you know me and you follow this channel long, I don't mess with over-unders too much, honestly. It's one of those situations where I feel like if I bet an over, it's always an under. If I bet an under, it's always an over. Even this year, the Monday night unders were like 13-1. And I still found a way, like, up to week 14. Excuse me, and I think they ended up finishing like the week Monday unders probably finished like we'll say like 15-3 or whatever. And I ended up being like 1 or 2 of those losses, and I like never took them. So it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I'm good. Not gonna mess with any over unders. Well, going into the last game, I'm on Chiefs +3, Chiefs money line. It looks like this is about to move again. There's a hella juice on Bills -2.5 to 122. So I like the Chiefs. I do like them, especially +3. I think it's gonna be a really close game. I do have the Chiefs +3, and I did take the Chiefs money line. If you heard me earlier, I used my 50% boost on them. Got the +192. I used it today because there's a 50% boost on this one book for all sports. I don't know how long it's going to last, so I sit on this to be safe, not to worry about it. People I like to score in this game. Give me the Isaiah Pacheco's. We're going to take Kelsey. You know what? I'm going to be a square and take Kelsey and Pacheco just to keep it really simple. Kelsey +125. He hasn't scored in forever, so I just feel like he's going to be due to get in here soon. That's all this is a feeling of. Pacheco TD. I'm going to take a Josh Allen TD because he usually in the games that win, he rushes for one and passes for one. So if you think the Bills are going to win, there's a good chance he probably will get this rushing touchdown. So I'll take Josh Allen to score a touchdown. When it comes to other Bills, Stephon Diggs is plus 130. He's just been so inconsistent this year. I don't know. We got other guys like Shakir's tempting at plus 320. He got really close last week. Dawson Knox plus 470. Ty Johnson plus 550. Ty Johnson got close as well. Latavius Murray plus 800. Probably not. Sherfield plus 900. He scored. Dude, I kind of want to go Deontay Hardy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Plus 1400. That might be my little long shot. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how involved Deontay Hardy is in the offense because I wanted to take him. I'm not even kidding. I wanted to take him last week, and I just kind of, for whatever reason, I'm like, I want to take him and Calvin Austin. Those are the two that I think pissed me off the most because I'm like 90% sure they both scored for the Bills and the Steelers in that game. And I was sitting there, it's like, man, I really want to take both of them, but for whatever reason, I just didn't. So we're going to have to see. Deontay Hardy did not score a touchdown last week. Okay, so he's only had one. Oh, he is not. Man, never mind. I want to take him because I thought that's a guy to keep an eye on, though. He's been, weaving his way into the lineup a lot more, especially with the Gabe Davis injury. It's going to come down to that. If Gabe Davis is still hurt, I like him a lot, honestly. Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid are probably not two terrible options either then. We'll go Kincaid then with plus 260. We'll go a little bit more square as well with this one. Dalton Kincaid to score a touchdown, plus 260. I'm going to keep an eye on Deontay Hardy, though. Going to keep a big eye on that boy. Receiving-wise, I'm probably going to take Kincaid's over. It's 38.5. I think I really like that over, especially, like I said, with no Gabe Davis, who was considered day-to-day yesterday, but didn't practice today. He was considered day-to-day 2 days ago and didn't practice yesterday, so it's already off not to a good sign. Dalton Kincaid has hit on an NBA Jam with this number. He's hit 87, 84, 59. So, yeah, we're going to take Kincaid's over and his receiving, which is 38.5. I think he is liable to hit this again. He's become more and more of a favorite target for Josh Allen this season. Come on, especially with the injuries to Dawson Knox earlier in the season. Receiving-wise, I think it's about all I like. Rashee Rice over 74.5. Ooh, I forgot about that boy, Rashee. If you want another touchdown scorer, Rashee Rice, he's been insane. I'm going to write him down. Rashee Rice plus 125. I like him as well. Rice TD. Let me see how Rashee Rice did last game. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be I'm probably going to bet all of his receiving stats. I'm not even going to lie to you. Man, I forgot Jared McKinnon had a sports hernia. Totally forgot about that. Bills are also might be without Terrell Bernard. Did not be. Terrell Bernard did not participate to start off practice and everything. So, sorry. I just got to find one thing. Rashee Rice. This is probably going to be the last thing I look at, too, by the way. I'm probably not going to take Pacheco's over. I'm just going to enjoy betting on him to score, and I'm watching some of it. Rashee Rice, 8 for 130, and so he scored 100, or he's had 100 receiving yards the last 2 games. He's over 74.5. I'm going to be taking it again. He's obviously Mahomes' favorite target. So I'm probably going to take his over receptions, too. Honestly, receptions are 6.5. So, yeah, we're going to take over 6.5 receptions, and we're going to take over 74.5 receiving. Genuinely really love those. Yeah, that's probably going to do it, honestly. I'm probably going to lay off a lot of other stuff. When it comes to the weekly specials, I don't think I like many of them. I have 1+ field goals we scored in each half of each divisional game at plus 450. I think that could happen, potentially. I think that could potentially happen. I don't know much of these other ones. I can to end it real quick, yeah, there's not really too many specials I like. There's one, each team to score 2+ touchdowns on all 4 divisional games plus 410. I don't know about that one. Some of these passing ones, like Brock Purdy, Josh Allen, Mahomes, combined for 6+ touchdowns for being only means -105. It's like, 1+ points to be scored in each quarter of all 4 games plus 115 isn't horrible. just for plus 115, I'm probably just going to not take it. Each team to score 1+ passing touchdown would be plus 170. I do not mind that one at all. That field goal bet I took went from +4. I gave you out. It went from plus 450 plus 350 already. So if you want to get it out, hop all on it. Jump all on it. No, to end it though, real quick. I will probably sprinkle one of these. I do not recommend taking these at all. I said it last week. Don't take these. Only if you have money to lose and give up. Any two of McCaffrey, Gibbs, and George Kittle to individually score 3+ touchdowns is plus. Oh, it's 3+? Yeah, no, thank you. Any three of Aaron Jones, Deebo Samuel, Amon-Ra, and Travis Kelce to score 2 touchdowns. I think that Aaron Jones has a chance to do it. I think that Amon-Ra has a chance to do it. I think Kelce has a chance to do it. Realistically, I think Deebo has a chance to do it. So for 2, that's not horrible at all. Plus 1,700. You bet 10, you win 17,000. So I think you know what to expect. And then any 3 of Gibbs, Ayuk, Diggs, and Laporta. This is more of the one. I like Gibbs do it a lot. Laporta potentially could even do it as well. Ayuk, I see more of. Diggs, I don't know truly, but I don't mind. That one's plus 1,900. The one I'm probably going to take, honestly, is any 3 of Aaron Jones, Deebo Samuel, Amon-Ra, and Travis Kelce to score 2 touchdowns. I just looking through the rest of these touchdown ones. I just don't. I'm not going to take the 3 touchdown ones at all. I would love if it's 2 touchdowns, yes, maybe. Any 3 of Gibbs, Ayuk, Deebo, I told, that one, that's 3, no. Mike Evans, Diggs, Flowers, Kittle, no. I don't like the 3 touchdowns one. Yeah, so it's probably going to be Aaron Jones, Deebo Samuel, Amon-Ra, and Travis Kelce. I mean, they did it perfectly to where, I think McCaffrey can score 2. They have him in all the 3s. I think Gibbs can have 2. They don't put McCaffrey and Gibbs together. They're really smart with this stuff, so I'm probably going to end up staying away except for that one I gave out. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. Before I'm going to end this show, I'm going to give out all the bets I like real quick, and then we'll pretty much go through the outro. So I like Ravens, minus 9.5. Gus Edwards, TD. Zay Flowers, TD. Nico Collins, TD. Dalton Schultz, TD. Gus Edwards over 47.5 rushing yards. Singletary under 59.5 rushing yards. No spread yet in this game for the Packers game. Might put them in a teaser, though. Aaron Jones, TD. Romeo Doubs, TD. Jaden Reed over 41.5. Dontavian Wicks, touchdown. Christian McCaffrey over 95. Christian McCaffrey over 89.5 rushing yards, and then Brock Purdy over 6.5 rushing yards. Excuse me. I like the Buccaneers plus 6.5. K. Dotton touchdown. Mike Evans touchdown. Amon-Ra touchdown. Trey Palmer over 17.5 yards receiving. K. Dotton over 28.5 receiving yards. Amon-Ra over 91.5 receiving yards, and I'll also throw a David Montgomery touchdown in there. And you know what? We'll even take Baker over 7.5 rushing yards. Last game of the divisional round: Chiefs plus 3. Chiefs money line. Kelce touchdown. Pacheco touchdown. Kincaid over 38.5. Rashee Rice touchdown. Josh Allen touchdown. Kincaid touchdown. And then I like Rashee Rice over 74.5 and over 6.5 receiving yards. And then that one, I guess I gave any of the 3 of Aaron Jones, Deebo Samuel, Amon-Ra, or Travis Kelce to score 2+ touchdowns. I'm going to be taking that plus 1,700 or 17,000, excuse me. And we're going to have a little bit of fun with a super, super long shot. But yeah, and then also every game to have at least 1 field goal each half. Then wildcard weekend. So, divisional round. So 1 field goal each half of each game for the divisional round. And then, yeah, when it comes to game sides, I'm on Ravens, like I said, minus 9.5. Like them to win that game. I like the 49ers to win. Don't know if they'll cover just yet. I think that it's just a big number. I think they should cover realistically, but it's just a big number. So there's just a little bit of hope that the Packers can keep it close, especially if it's at 10.5. I would love it at 10.5. Bucks plus 6.5. I'm going to be on that side. I think Lions probably win, but I'm going to be on Bucks. I like the Bucks at 6.5 here, especially like I said after all the stuff that's come out. And then I'm for sure on Chiefs plus 2.5. Chiefs money line. Think Chiefs potentially win that one. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the support. I really do appreciate it. Man, already done with the divisional round just like that. I'll be having my boy on tomorrow if he's all good. We're going to talk some more college hoops leading up into March Madness. And yeah, man, next time I'm on this show, we're going to be talking AFC, NFC championship games. We're going to be breaking down what we just saw from the divisional round weekend. And then the week after that, we get a week. And then the week after that, Super Bowl. We're about 24 days away from the Super Bowl. This is unreal. It's crazy. We're 4 weeks away from the Super Bowl. We got this weekend with the games. We got next weekend of games, a week off, and then the Super Bowl. No way. It doesn't feel real at all. It's insane to think about that football season is basically already almost over. We're about to go to college basketball. Wow. Wow. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it. There's been a lot of fun this season. I'm going to do the math on I need to do the math for an article, and then I'll have hopefully an article. I meant to have an article out last week, and I do apologize. I ended up getting legit Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just got slammed with stuff to do unexpectedly, so it put me behind a little bit. Hopefully I'll have an article out this weekend. I did do my record for last weekend. I think it was a semi-positive weekend last weekend. Regardless, I actually don't know. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it. Been a great season betting. Been a fun season of the NFL. Ready to support it for a few more weeks until eventually over. We're going straight into the madness. But if you want to see me, I'll be on Captain by Hook with Redbeard tomorrow. I'll even have him on my show to talk some football, to talk some basketball and everything. And then I'll see everybody, if not, back on this feed on Tuesday to break down the divisional round and talk about the AFC and NFC championship.